I'm going to read two poems from this, which was a victim of COVID, because it was like launched in February 2020, and then things happened. This was a very small chapbook that came out of me walking up and down the central reservation of the A240, going from Tolworth Roundabout to the border of Surrey. And so I did this not every day, but many times over the course of 6 months. And I think probably people just thought I was completely mad. Great time. Anyway, 11 silver birches on the greenway. The watchful trees stand, round roots in square holes, elegant drooping branches, ballet dancers' deportment, silvery bark shedding layers like thin pages. They house aphids, ladybirds, pebble hook tip and Kentish glory moths, fly agaric, woolly milkcap, birch, milkcap, chanterelle and razor strop fungi. But maybe not here. In woods, their diamond eyes watch grasses, mosses, wooden enemies, bluebells and witches going about their business. In spring, hung with catkins like lambtails, they hear woodpeckers knocking, but maybe not here. Don crowns of light, green, tooth-edged, triangular leaves. In autumn, masses of tiny seeds are windborne before witches ask permission to take twigs for their besoms at Halloween. The watchful trees will see you on your journey. Will you watch out for them? That's the Tolworth Roundabout. This is Skin of the Earth. This was written also kind of in praise of Richard Jefferies, who's a very famous Victorian naturalist who lived in Tolworth. Yeah, so worth checking out. Wrote a very strange book, but anyway, this is Skin of the Earth. Humans don't walk here. I see drivers stare at me through windshields and wound down windows as they pass by. One day, a woman and a girl stopped to look at me as I kneeled to take a photo of red clover. They double take as I double take. A horse and trap careers across the dual carriageway at the Jubilee Way Junction. A time warp, a bright sunny day. I am teetering at the end of one part of the sward, waiting to cross. A bride and groom, resplendently fancy, billowing clouds of gypsy white wedding. I see them holding on to each other, laughing as the driver races away, and I miss the shot. But people do inhabit the sward, if not for long. There's a tiny path worn across the grass where lads cross over to play football. At the end of May, there was a human-sized patch in the waist-deep grass where someone had slept by a lime tree. Among the wild flowers, there is rubbish, probably thrown from car windows. Achillea, bird's foot trefoil, ragwort, red clover, plastic bottle, buttercup, speedwell, cigarette packet, mallow, cigarette butt, dandelion, daisy, sweet wrapper, plastic bottle, plantain, hawkweed, ragwort, plastic bottle, buttercup, nitrous oxide bottle, teasel, plastic bottle, bristly ox tongue, hubcap, crisp packet. So that's that one. I'm just going to read a poem from my poetry map, Amniotic City. This is a almost post-COVID poem, written in 2022, where I detected the Egyptian goddess Sekhmet hanging around. She was very angry. So I followed her across the city, and this is the poem that came out of it. Drift with Sekhmet. Carnelian flames like cool carved stone, a static glimpse in a room of relics. Bloomsbury is the beginning, the trail of a bloodthirsty lioness. In New Bond Street, the signal drops. A goddess seated above Sotheby's, surveying connoisseurs, collectors, uniformed security. We tiptoe towards the heart of the rot, unmasked pestilence in the summer heat. Along familiar pavements of Chancery Lane, Spirits of lions prowl through the city, the purple of Lincoln's Inn, a vanished road, the gilded lions watch. Knights Templar, guzzle, cut-price lager. Here's a sentinel lion and another, golden lions next to a silver mousetrap, shining impossibly on a scorching afternoon, a whisker away from the worn-in path. I am somewhere new. Heart, mind and feet commence weaving, looking for the pattern to follow, to find, to solidify the space between legal costumiers, games of pétanque and an empty bottle of verve outside the Seven Stars. Hurry on, past the Cheshire Cheese, up Ludgate Hill, past the past. No more nostalgic tick-tocking in the snug. Beyond St. Paul's, straight on to meet with Mithras, the displaced, now restored, public-private access. A blooming capitalist cultural hybrid arcade, tasteful occupation of ancient place, bullish male power, Leontopolis in the heat of corruption, sniffing out the arrogant venal fools governing a city viral with greed, negligence and deceit, all gone in the breath of Sekhmet. A desiccating breeze blows down Cannon Street towards the ghosts of famished Barbary lions at the tower. A cobra-drawn chariot on a red tide, pomegranate juice-stained beer, excoriating roars into the bloody sunset.